Morning, Botai, Shavua Tov. In this past week's Pirkei Avot in Perek Dalet, there's a very interesting Mishnah. Shemuel HaKatan Omer, Binfol oyivcha al tismach, uvika shelo al yagel libecha. Very interesting that he's speaking about the midah or the isur of not being happy when your friend has a downfall. All of the Mefarshim ask, if you look at it, this is an explicit pasuk in Mishlei. So why is it saying Shemuel HaKatan Omer and then it says the pasuk? It should say Shlomo HaMelech Omer and then he said that pasuk. So what does it mean that Shemuel HaKatan said it? The Rambam, in his commentary on Pirkei Avot, he explains that yes, it's a pasuk, but Shemuel HaKatan used to repeat this again and again because it's so necessary for humanity, because people have a tendency that since vengeance is so sweet, when their enemies fall, they celebrate, and it's really, really a terrible thing. The pasuk continues in Mishlei that if a person's happy when his enemy falls, HaKadosh Baruch Hu turns his anger to the person who's happy. There's a very interesting incident in the Yerushalmi in Masechet Ketubot. It brings down Rabbi Yosef Galili, one of the greatest Tanaim. He was married to a woman, and she used to make him crazy. She mamash made him suffer terribly. There came a certain point that Rabbi Azar ben Azariah and other of the Chachamim, they came over to him, they said, it's not lefi kvodot to stay married to such a woman. And they said, why don't you just let her go? Why don't you just divorce her? So Rabbi Yosef Galili was poor at the time. He says, I can't afford her ketubah. What am I supposed to do? Rabbi Azar ben Azariah was extremely wealthy. He said, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. He gave him the money, and he says, here's the money for a ketubah. He divorced her, and he let her go. Later on, what happened was, there was the gatekeeper of the city, his ex married this gatekeeper of the city, and they took a turn for the worse. He lost all of his money, and what happened was that every day, not only that, the gatekeeper lost all of his money and became blind in both eyes. Every day, they used to go and beg in the street. They used to go knock on doors and beg for money and for parnasah. After they collected for the day, the new husband, asked the wife, he said, is there any block in the city that we haven't gone to yet? So she was kind of squirming. She said, yeah, kind of. He said, what do you mean? So she said, there's still the block of my ex-husband, Rabbi Yosef Galili, that we didn't go to yet, but I'm ashamed to go begging on that block. So he got upset. He started berating her and beating her in the middle of the street. Rabbi Yosef Galili, in the meantime, heard noise in the street. He came out and he saw this pitiful sight. He felt so bad for them. He took them. At this point, Rabbi Yosef Galili became very rich. He had a bunch of houses. He took one of the houses. He gave it to his ex and her new husband, and he said, okay, you can live here, and I'll give you parnasah. And the Gemara says this is one of the highest forms of tzedakah, which means that you're not allowed to just ignore your flesh. And the Gemara says that applies even to a person's ex-wife. So we see over here, Rabbi Yosef Galili had a tremendous opportunity to mamash, write her off and whatever, but he says, doesn't matter that she was mitzayiroti or whatever. Person has to take care of it, take care of his relatives, even if they're not married anymore. You see, mamash, he held himself in such high regard that he's able to even feed his ex-wife that made him crazy and her new husband. It's a very important lesson from Chazal about how to treat people even though they did us wrong. Yom Tov, have a wonderful day.